Opinions of the host, guests, and callers. They do not necessarily represent the views of the advertisers, management, staff, or ownership of WCTC.
Speak up and be heard on Jersey issues that matter most to you. Call Jersey Central with Bert Barron now at 732-545-9282 or toll free at 888-545-9282. Your state, your home, your voice. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey?
On the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC.
809, welcome to hour number 3 of Jersey Central on this Monday morning on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Got a very special contest coming up for you a little bit later on in this 8 o'clock hour, as we are excited about the return of The Price is Right Live. Yep, it's coming back to the State Theater on Saturday, October 8th. For more information, you can visit statetheaternj.org, and people love to go see that Price is Right show when it's done live. The crowd that comes out is unbelievable. But we're going to play a very special contest coming up a little bit later on in this 8 o'clock half hour and give somebody a chance to win a pair of tickets to see The Price is Right live at the State Theater on October 8th. Let's get right to the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker hotline. Welcome in our special guest who is with us here. He is the counsel to the New Jersey Association of Ambulatory Surgery Centers, or the NJAASC. And he is the counsel named Mark Manigan to talk about a bill that is moving through Trenton, which is going to be good for people seeking health care in the state. So let's get some info. Mark, good morning. It's Bert Barron. How are you?
Hey, Bert. I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Good to talk to you. In this bill, apparently, there's a little bit of an issue going on in the state here about registered surgical practices in New Jersey. I guess they're called one rooms is kind of the nickname, I guess, in the industry there. But what's going on with these one rooms and these practices in New Jersey that we needed some legislation drafted for?
Sure, Bert. So first off, in New Jersey, a couple of years ago, the law was changed to restrict the development of any kind of surgery center. So we have a moratorium in place, okay? No new developments, which has created some friction in the market. The second thing is we have two kinds of surgery centers, licensed facilities and those that are by the Department of Health and those that are registered and governed by the Board of Medical Examiners. So what the bill does is a couple of things. One, it seeks to create some flexibility in the market to permit one rooms to combine and or convert to licensure. And the association thinks it's a good idea for a couple of reasons. One, it'll allow surgical resources to be deployed in a manner where the market demands them, unencumbered by the current moratorium. And two, the association thinks that it'll result in lots of conversion to licensure, and the association has always been of the view that one clear standard across the entire industry is something desirable. So it's something they're excited about, and I think it's going to be good for the folks in New Jersey.
Was competition with hospitals a concern, Mark, as to why the state had to get involved here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question, Bert. Clearly the initial push to restrict the development of surgery centers was viewed as something anti-competitive, pro-hospital measure. But it's amazing now that you see kind of this transformation in healthcare taking place, Bert, where it's shifting from an inpatient-centric system to an outpatient-centric system. Every significant hospital player in this state has a robust ambulatory surgery center strategy in place. And at this point, there's a lot of hospitals who are actually supporting the proposed legislation this time around. So it's a testament to, I think, it's good for the folks.
Yeah, like you had mentioned, how many hospital players, as you call them, that you see around the state? Not only do they have their main hospital locations, but they've got these little outpatient centers that are popping up all over the place. You see it in Hunterdon, you see it in Middlesex and Somerset, you see it in Mercer County with some of the new hospital brands that are kind of popping up there. And it just seems like, why not have this? It seems like it makes sense to me.
It's true, Bert. There's a major push to outpatient. Some folks are of the view now that to the extent a health system isn't 50% outpatient based within the next 5 years, they're going to have a hard time surviving. And the payers, whether it's the employers and the private insurance companies, and certainly the government payers, Medicare in particular, are pushing health systems and through reimbursement strategies are pushing folks from the inpatient to the outpatient setting. So that's part of what you're seeing in the market. Another interesting note, Bert, it's also in New Jersey what we're seeing is folks, from across our borders, whether it's Philadelphia or New York, major health systems planning routes in New Jersey on the outpatient basis. Again, reflecting the kind of trends in healthcare.
Okay, so what's the difference in, let's say, for example, you have a surgeon who is affiliated with a local hospital here in Jersey, but has a private practice where they perform and offer similar services. Would that be viewed as a conflict of interest then if they were to work with one of these surgical practices here?
Yeah, that's a good question, but I think that oftentimes it's been viewed as competitive when you have doctors in private practice developing their own surgical venues. But I could tell you, I would say, and Bert, a lot of people are surprised when they hear this. We have roughly 350 of outpatients, privately freestanding, privately owned outpatient surgery centers in this state. And I would say 10, 15 years ago, while we had fewer of them, the ones that existed were, I would say, a significant majority were physician-owned or non-hospital-owned. I think because of what's happening in healthcare, I would say a majority of them now, if not a majority, at least half, are partnerships between physicians and hospitals working together to recognize that more care can be done on the outpatient basis and aligning and figuring out a way to work together to get to the best place, the best clinical outcome, but also the lowest cost to the system.
Sure. At the end of the day, Mark, for the consumer, for the resident of the state who is in need of medical service, is this good for them?
Yeah, without question. I think that, quite frankly, to any reduction on the any reduction of the various encumbrances that current law places on the development of ambulatory surgery is a good thing for the patients in New Jersey. It has proven over time to be a very safe environment. It's proved to over time to be the patient venue of choice in terms of convenience and comfort, and without question, it's the low-cost alternative in surgery.
Very good. Someone can get some more info. Do you just Google the NJAASC? Is that the best way?
That's a great idea, Burton. They have a robust website, and you can get more information on the bill.
Real good, Mark. Thanks for your time this morning. I really appreciate the information, okay?
Thanks, Bert.
Take care. All right, Mark Manigan, my guest on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey News.